Welcome to Cooking with Jess, where we make you the hero in your kitchen by bringing the flavor and keeping it healthy. Because over here, we believe keeping it healthy doesn't mean you compromise on taste. To continue on our Detox tea series, we bring to you one bad mamma jamma. I call this Goodbye Sniffles, Hello Immunity Boosting Tea. So we're going to jump right in and get started. You see that seed? You see that steam? It's hot. Let me tell you what's in it. We have water. We have canela. Boom. Put that in there. We're going to boil the water and the canela. And then we're going to turn off the burner. While this continues to cook and draw out all the nutrients from the canela sticks, what we're hoping to do from this point is we are going to steep. So we talked a little earlier about some dried orange peels. I'll recap very quickly. These are organic oranges. I don't eat a lot of them in my house. I'm just not a big orange fan. However, when I do buy them, I wash the skin really, really good. Eat the fruit, and then I cut into little strips the orange peels, and I put them on a towel, much like this, on top of my toaster oven, and just let it dry. Hence why I have dried orange peels. And I use them for different things, but we're focusing on the tea, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. Then I have turmeric, and I have enebro. Now, I like to use these two in particular because of their okay, get ready. For their anti-inflammatory, did I say it right? I said it right. I struggle with that word. Y'all have no idea. Both have awesome anti-inflammatory properties. So when you have a little bit of bloating, a little bit of gassy feeling, you ate too much of something you wasn't supposed to, these are my two go-to together. And then I have mullein. Now, I also talked about this before. The mullein, the reason why that's such a great herb, it helps to clear up congestion and mucus, which tend to go hand in hand when you have like a cold or a flu or your body's trying to fight off some kind of virus. So all these together, we're going to pump up that immunity system. And also, we are going to make sure that we get out any toxins, we get out any foolishness that we don't need in our body, and we get ready for this new year that's ahead. So I went ahead and I put all of these things in except for the mullein, and we're gonna steep this in something a little bit different. And the reason why is once we put this in like a pot this size, it's just gonna swim and fly and float and do all this stuff in the water, and it's gonna be hard for us to fish it out. So I am going to use this wonderful little apparatus here that my friend got me. And I already have some mullein that was left back in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this around just a little bit. And I'm going to try just to get the liquid out. And it turns a kind of like a orangey, brownish kind of color. Very like Charlie Brown. That's what I'm getting from this. We got to be careful with leaving in these orange peels because, honey, let me tell you something. That orange flavor is concentrated in this skin. Not the little orange, little fleshy part that we eat in this. And I've noticed that if I keep it in for too long, what is too long? I keep it in for like overnight. No, it has like this kind of like overpowering, like you should have took that out half a day ago kind of feeling, kind of taste. So I make sure not to leave that. So I fish that out, and it goes from being this crispy to, now this is a bigger piece, so don't be alarmed, but it turns right back pretty much to what it was before. So you don't want to leave that in. Everything else I pretty much leave in because I love the spice from a enebro. Like there are no words to describe how I just love that. Like when you have too much, and then the canela can sit in there as well. But we definitely got to get out these orange pills because it's just too much. You know what I mean? It's too much. And that's very hot, by the way. So please be careful. I'm over here living on the edge because I love you, but don't do that. Grab like some tongs or something and pull it out. But so I'm going to put just a little bit more of the mullein in there, just a little bit. And then also the The turmeric sits in there too. I let it sit in there. And I just let it draw out all that wonderful nutrients and all that fun stuff that's already in the turmeric, in the water. And then you can have that hot. You can have it chilled if you let it sit and let it cool down, get it to room temperature, add a little bit of ice. You want to add some sweetener to it, you can go ahead and do so as well. It has all the wonderful things that you need to expel your body, as I mentioned before, specifically of mucus. Specifically with the turmeric and the jengibre, that inflammation that you may, or that inflammation that you may get from just different things, because our body is constantly working hard for us. Let's treat it right. Let's give it a chance to just take a break. And I don't mean just taking a rest or going to sleep, because your body really has to do a lot of work. If you think about it, your heart is constantly pumping. It doesn't take no breaks. And if it does, we got a problem. Your lungs constantly in and out, right? Because they're constantly, it's filtering in. You bring in the air and it's filtering all the stuff out that it doesn't need. So with the mullein in particular, it helps a lot with your lungs to help to clear them. So let's say going into this new year, you want to give up smoking. You want to get your lungs cleansed. You want to get it as best as you can back to its original state. Hopefully it was in a great state before. And you want to clear it out. Get on the mullein. This herb is powerful. When I go to my little fancy local store and I get this in bulk, they don't really have a lot of it, but especially around this time of year, I think people are up on it now, because when I went just yesterday to pick it up, I had to go ask them, can you refill it? Because there's nothing in here. I can't, what am I gonna do with this? I got a show I gotta do. I need more than this. So people are on it, and I think you should be too. I know a lot of professional singers talk about it. There's different ways that you can get mullein. I just like it this way instead of it being processed and whatnot, because why? So I'm just gonna let this, I wanna try to move it along. That's just me in my instantaneous life. But really you wanna let it steep. And I did have some more in there before, but I wanna go ahead and taste it so I can give you real time what this bad boy tastes like. As I mentioned before, you can add some sweetener if you like. I wasn't gonna do it, but let me do it for you. See that color? See how it's like an orangey brownish? It looks like tea. Nothing special, right? It's tea. But what it does for you and your body and that immune system, and get them sniffles out of here, because we don't got time for that. We got things to do. Who got time to be sitting around sniffing it all day long? Or you got some kind of dry cough? Because of this mullein, I'm telling you, once I discovered that, and I was like, oh, that's why these singers liked it. Okay, it makes sense now. It makes sense. I just never knew it existed. I've heard of it before, but now I live by it. And my littles, they like it too. Now, I don't put all the jengibre in it, because it's a little too spicy, because I OD with the spice. My little wish, she'll rock with it, but it's sometimes they with it, sometimes they not. This is this is the right amount of orange. And I'm glad that I fished out them orange peels, because like I said, unfortunately, I have experience. I just leave everything in and let it sit, and then it just turns into this ooh, what is that? Like the orange is too much. But it's a nice, smooth, soft taste. Nothing is overpowering. I didn't OD on a jengibre today. I will when we're off camera. But the turmeric, this is a nice way to end your day. This is a nice way to relax your body. Again, we want to thank our body for all that it did for us today. We want to thank it in advance. Do this at night. Taste it. I'm gonna drink the rest of that. That was really good. Again, it's just soft. It's everything that you need. Try it. Let me know what you think. And until next time, take care.